We don't like Soviet Union after 1927. We don't like it. So
But do you like
we don't want
it?
to have the Soviet Union back again.
But the first 10 years you did like.
Oh yeah.
Why? Really?
Do you know that you're from Moscow? You know, if
From
there
Moscow,
wasn't-
yes.
If you didn't have a socialist there, now you would probably be even better off. And if you read the economics of the ex-socialist republics in Belarus, the poverty is increased, not decreased. And people has to emigrate. That's freedom. You want to go out of Belarus, but that's fine. But that's why it's going up in Belarus. Is there any socialism in Belarus? No, there is a fascist regime by this guy called Lukashenko. Why in Russia? What is after what happened? What is now? Very few people, just like mafia, went and appropriated things and said, "This is mine," because the legislation tells me. So
This
is not yours. The gas is not yours.
It's not mine.
The oil is not yours.
Who does it belong
You
to?
want to have a house, build your house, and it's yours. But the oil is not yours.
So if, let's say, I have a farmland, you know, and I have cows walking around.
Yes.
And I drill a hole, and all of a sudden, oil starts gushing out. My property belongs to me.
No.
It doesn't belong to me.
No.
Who does it belong
Property
to?
is that where you can do your livelihood. So is the results of your work, not where you find.
I drill. I drill for
so
oil.
Let's say now I go there and I buy a mountains, and then here is the only place where the water comes from. So if you want water, you have to buy it from me.
Look, I'm not talking
Okay?
about unregulated
It's the same.
capitalism.
These are natural resources, same as water, same as the air.
Look, Russia.
Same as even national border.
How-
National borders it's a convention that became later. There were no national borders at a certain point, and there's no nationality.
Well, where are you from, by the way, if I may ask? Because I hear the accent.
Well, where do you think I'm from?
Can't figure out really. Either Arabic accent or Spanish accent, one of the two.
Neither of them.
Really? Where are you from?
I'm from Italy.
Oh, from Italy.
Yes.
Oh, allora, va bene.
So you have to differentiate
Buongiorno.
legislation from right, because the right is not the same as legislation. Legislation doesn't mean it's right, and that's the point. So what I'm saying is to you that the results of your labor is your property,
Okay, fine.
but the resources are not your property.
Not my property.
No,
So then
because
how?
it's not your labor.
Okay, do you say which one do you think is the richest country in the world in terms of resources?
Doesn't matter. You know
It
why?
doesn't matter.
I'm telling you why.
Alright.
I'm telling you why. It's not about because I can also come to a very poor country like you go Saudi Arabia. Okay, I have a little elite who takes everything and sells to me at very low price because they get everything, and the other people is starving. Why do you think when it's in capitalism there's always a winner and a loser? This is a winner, there is a loser. It's the United States, there is Africa, and there is the Southeast Asia.
But are there winners and losers within the United States? Are there winners? Are there winners and losers in Italy?
Are, but if you want to do like saying the United States is a prosperous society in general, it's because there is somewhere else that they're working for them $1 per day, and even less now if you go in Vietnam and in Indonesia.
So you don't believe, first of all, you don't believe in winners and losers. Is that right? I'm just trying to understand. So everybody has to be a winner. Is that right?
No, I'm saying that. I don't believe in winners that are winners because they are exploiting losers.
I have my own company.
Doesn't matter. You are your own company. You are your own person. You're not a corporation.
I am a corporation.
Yeah, you're not a corporation. You cannot decide tomorrow. Can you get up tomorrow and say, okay, I don't wanna produce this anymore. These people work for me tomorrow. I don't care. They are on the streets.
Of course I can do it. But why? Why would I do that? Think about it.
Why would you do that? I don't know.
Why?
Because you have more interest.
You don't know.
Because you have more interest. Because you can. Because you can.
But why would I?
Because you can. I don't care. You can be the most ethical person in the world. Ethics, I don't care if you're a good person. I just don't want to depend on you.
But in the social...
I don't want to depend on your water if you have a mountain where the water comes from. Because
So
water is part of everyone.
Well, first of all, you'd rather depend on the government, as far as I understand. Is that
sorry?
right? So you would rather depend on the government
No, that's
than my own common
sense. There's no
sense.
difference between capitalism and state capitalism. That's the one who was in Soviet
So
Union.
you want...
It was a state capitalism in Soviet Union. It was the same system, but based on autocracy and bureaucracy. So the elite were these bureaucratic guys that had everything for them, and the other guys, whatever they do, they were kept in poverty. But that's actually capitalism, because they were exploiting them as well.
But you just said that the first 10 years of the Russian Revolution were good. That's when the system was set up.
The Russian Revolution.
Then what did go wrong?
Let me tell you,
Yes.
what went wrong? Lenin died, Stalin took power, and not only the same thing that went wrong in Iran after the revolution against the Shah. The cleric took power, and they did 2 steps back instead of a step forward.
But think about it this way, if I may ask. Do you think that someone like Shah of Iran or someone like Stalin could have become the leader of the United States of America? Do you think it's possible?
And what does it mean to do with it?
I'm sorry?
Why are you saying that?
No, I mean, can you answer this question?
I can tell you that it doesn't matter with the president of the United States of America. It matters who is financing them. They're just a face of a system that's behind them.
Yeah, but see, the fundamental difference.
And which are always the same families.
But then what it means is that in the countries which were, or the system set up by Lenin was such that one person, just one person, the whole country depended on the whims and the will of one single person.
Who told that?
You just said that.
You said you started it.
You just said.
So how did it work? I didn't work with Lenin.
You just.
I didn't work with Lenin. Let me know. You didn't study then?
I failed political economy.
Yeah,
I couldn't put political and economy together.
I can see you didn't study it. So you should know what you're talking about.
But when you say
what is democratic centralism? What are the Soviets?
Do you think we remember all democratic socialism? Of course we studied all of that. All that crap.
What are the Soviets? You know that quiz they do on TV. What are the Soviets?
Of course we learned all of that.
Okay. And what was in Russia before that?
There was the economy that was actually improving under Tsar Nicholas I. But that's it.
Really?
But again, getting back.
Tolstoy and Dostoevsky.
But I read everything Dostoevsky wrote, by the way. But anyway, you know 27 volumes, I believe. But do you know? I mean, which brings me back to the fact that Lenin created this system that allowed
Lenin
someone.
Didn't create any system.
You just said
Lenin was a leadership of a system that created itself.
Okay, fine.
Through the Soviets.
So the system was created in that part of the world where I came originally from, where someone like Stalin could come to power.
I have a lot of friends that are from Belarus. I understand they're bitter, man. I understand because it was a failing system. But you don't confuse that system with communism. Communism actually would be no government at all.
No government.
Yes,
and it's possible.
That's the idea.
And how are we going to govern? See, I disagree with you, you disagree with me. We live in the same place. You have one hand, 2 arms, 2 legs, and yet we're completely different ideas.
Okay.
So how do you imagine living in the world where we can live together peacefully?
How do you live in your family?
We fight. Of course they fight. Of course there are a lot of disagreement. Some do. Oh, absolutely some do. Oh, absolutely they do. But even if there's
it's a very inconsiderable statistic. Very little.
But it happens.
But very little. It happens a lot more now.
So how many?
The guys who were killed.
Okay.
The guys, why they were killed?
What's the fundamental thing about what creates a family? What does create a family?
You tell me. What creates a family?
Marriage.
No.
Marriage.
No, a real family is not created.
So it's not marriage?
No.
What's a family then?
You're confusing the right with the legislation.
We'll be in touch, Antonio. I got to run, okay? But Lisa, take care. We'll
Don't
see
confuse the right with the legislation.
No, I'm talking about.
Read some Hegel first.
No.
Hegel is not communist, so you can read some of it.
Read. I have to read more.
Read Hegel. Read
Brush up on what I forgot long time ago. I see.
Read Hegel.
Yeah, but family.
Read Rousseau before Hegel. Rousseau said.
I read Rousseau.
Let me know who is that fool.
But why do you assume that I didn't read it?
Because
why do
how
you
you speak seems like you didn't read it.
I just using common sense.
You use just rhetorical devices and to the answers that people doesn't know how to answer because they're used to live in this kind of situation.
Before we part ways.
They confuse legislation and right.
For a living?
I'm sorry?
Do you do this for a living?
Of course not.
Yeah?
Of course not.
I've seen your videos
No.
a lot.
Good. I am doing for the goodness of my heart. I want to save America from people like you.
Are you going to put this on video? Are you going to put this on video?
Yes. You don't mind it, right?
No, but you have to say this. This guy that confuses right with legislation.
You'll see it on my video. You know my channel, right?
Natural right with civil right.
But as far as the family,
because it's just leaving.
Make sure it's recording.
It came from the Soviet Union, and of course we don't like the Soviet Union. You don't like to, but we like the Soviets in the first 10 years.
Good.
Of a Lenin experience.
To the government. Just 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds.
I don't say anything to the government.
Okay, no, you said that the communism is the system without the government. You brought the family, so it's going to be governed like a family. So to me, family is the union between a husband and wife. Wait, let me finish. Give me 30 seconds. Wait, let me finish. Let me finish. You asked me about whether they kill each other or not. Statistically, 50% of marriages, that's the statistics virtually around the world.
Ends in murder.
No, ends in divorce. What it means is that they couldn't get along. So now you talk about the government where people are supposed to get along,
look,
but even in the family, 50% don't.
Again, I'm not talking about the institution of family as you decided. Again, you are confusing legislation with the concept of family. The concept of family, people that decide to live together and work in community. That's it.
All right.
Okay?
Okay, molto grazie. Arrivederci.